Leanne, let's talk about seniors in debt. Whatever happened to the frugal senior?
Well, I think the frugal senior is still around, but they've gotten a lot older. So really, the frugal senior is now the person who's over the age of 80. What's happened to retirees and the new senior is probably the question. And what we're seeing is the habit that the boomers had throughout their lives. That consumption habit continues even as they're a senior.
The baby boomers are the ones who have been the prime generators of these big debt loads we have in Canada. They know how to live large while they were working. How do you see this playing out once they're in retirement? They've got more time to consume, but they are living on a fixed income. All of a sudden, there are going to be more constraints on their spending. Are they going to be using debt to make up the difference?
What it looks like right now is that, yes, they are using debt to make up that difference. And here's the thing that they need to think about. We always hear the statistics that what you consumed when you had a family and a mortgage, the expenses that you had were much higher than what you're going to experience in retirement. But it's not a black and white point. So if you can't get your consumption, your expenses down before retirement, that period, that runway into retirement, you're likely going to have a debt problem as you move into retirement. You've got to start working that plan beforehand.
Earlier on, we spoke to someone who said that your spending tends to ramp up when in your 60s, and then it starts to decline a fair bit as you age. I think, based on what you said, that it's probably important that people not get too wild in their spending when they first move into retirement, and debt has really got to be a no-no.
Well, consumption patterns certainly do differ as you move into retirement. And sure, you get that holiday feeling and you'll see people spending those big ticket items. But what happens as you move into those later years? So as you get to your 80s, your consumption becomes very focused. There's more health needs and you have more out-of-pocket expenses. What we also start to see is much more gifting happening at that point in time. So a big change in priorities take place.
All right, thanks. I think it's important for people to remember in closing that debt should not be the means by which you do all the things we've just talked about. Thanks, Leanne.
Welcome.